Hey, and welcome to this week's UMIP Community Review call. This week we've got two UMIPs to add magic as a collateral add and add magic USDC price identifier. If we take the collateral add first, please.
Are we reviewing the magic price identifier?
We're not doing the magic price identifier.
I'm asking you because I hadn't reviewed it because it was submitted on Saturday, I believe.
What they had done was they had put up a collateral add and a price identifier in the one pull request, and I left a message asking if it could be separated into two.
Gotcha.
So it kind of was submitted before the deadline.
Okay, cool.
Cool. This is Add Magic as collateral. I haven't actually taken a look at this. Raina, Sean, have you explored this collateral add?
Yes, I left a couple of questions there, but I see just minutes ago they were addressed. So, namely, one issue was to update the final fee and to match more close to $1,500. So, but that's already changed. And the second one was to clarify which chains the tokens are deployed and to which whitelist it needs to be added. And I see Arbitrum and Ethereum mainnet have been specifically noted there. So that seems good to me.
Cool. Is there any other chains we would want to add that on?
I understood from the proposer that only Arbitrum and Ethereum mainnet are supported where the magic is deployed. So that's at least what follows from comments.
Cool. That sounds like it's a go then. Is everyone agreed?
Yep.
Good for me.
Excellent. Good, good. The other one was the Add Magic USDC and Magic ETH price identifiers. Has someone reviewed this price identifier? I know Hexy said he had.
Yeah, it previously was reviewed and the comments were made in the previous collateral add when they were joined together. So in this new pull request, we don't see those comments. So they should be actually looked at the original Magic as collateral comments from there. And the main concerns are that it needs to have references on actual implementation and also price feed configuration just to match, because currently these items are missing here.
So it needs a price feed configuration and implementation details.
Yeah, there is no instructions currently in the proposal, so these need to be detailed on before this can be approved.
Cool. That's oh yes, oh, I see this now. That sounds like a go with conditions.
I would say so, yeah, if it's managed on time, sure.
What do you think, Sean? Is this a go with conditions or is it in too early a state?
All right. I mean, I honestly don't know because I haven't reviewed this, but from what Raina said, I think, yeah, if it's addressed soon enough, then that seems fine to me.
Cool. Excellent. Now, I saw a comment at the bottom saying they need help from DevX with the implementation. Is someone in touch with the submitter?
Yeah, I mean, it's Tom.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah. We're talking with Tom about it.
Oh, excellent. Okay. So someone will get back to him and get those addressed and communicate.
Yep.
Excellent. That was the only two UMIPs that we had. We did have a draft one in, but I spoke to Pablo and it's not ready to go forward.
Is it?
One thing,
Is it not?
no.
Hmm. Okay. I was under the understanding that we were really pushing to get that one in this week. So, okay, I'll just check in with you and Pablo offline. But cool.
Okay. Last time I spoke to Pablo was on Thursday, and he seemed that he didn't want it in this week's cycle, but maybe things have got prioritized since. It's probably worth taking a look at it anyway.
Cool. Yeah, I'll just check in with them. I mean, yeah, if we like talk about the UMIP right now, I know it's in draft state, so nobody's really reviewed it, but it is a relatively simple upgrade to the optimistic Oracle. So yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, we can chat through that now. So this is optional callback and events-based requests. Sean, do you want to lead introducing this?
I think Raina should be better because Raina's wrote a lot of the updates that are being proposed here.
There are two feature adds to the optimistic Oracle contract. One is to better handle event-based expiries that are more targeted to requests similar like Polymarket is using for doing opening the price request or already when the markets, for example, have been already opened, and then just whenever the answer is ready or there is information to resolve the market, then anyone can propose without need to explicitly deal with magic numbers so for the early expiration. And the second ad is feature to address some of theoretical gas griefing concerns on the optimistic Oracle, specifically avoiding the try and catch pattern in optimistic Oracle in the cases where callback functions are not implemented in the requesting contract. So this upgrade allows specifically for the requesters to control whether they want to receive callback functions or no. These callback functions are particularly useful if the requester is a contract and it would need to know whenever somebody through optimistic Oracle is either proposing, disputing, or maybe settling the transaction and perform some additional logic. So the solution here just does it in a bit cleaner way and adds some additionally is deemed to be a bit more secure. And also since this implementation is not backwards compatible, that's the reason why version 2 of Optimistic Oracle here is being proposed for the vote, because otherwise all dependent contracts who will be using this would not work with this upgraded version. So that's the reason why Optimistic Oracle v2 is being proposed to be added.
Cool, thanks for that explanation, Reynos. I think a bit more has been added since I last looked at it on Thursday. Do we think this UMIP is ready to go forward to the vote?
I see that that definitely it is missing the deployment addresses for all supported chains. Like I don't see, for example, Polygon, and also currently I see actually only Ethereum mainnet deployment being posted. So before this can be voted on, these deployments need to be there.
Agreed. I think other than that, like the UMIP's pretty much done. And I just talked with Pablo, and he was trying to get in this week.
Yeah, so structure-wise, and all rationale and specs seems correct to me. Yeah. So from that perspective, it's only missing these additional deployments.
I think it's also worth noting that this is probably a very low risk vote for UMIP voters, where we're not upgrading a previous OO. We're simply adding another thing to the Finder, but it's the exact same implementation except for two minor details are changed. So the potential for DVM briefing or whatever with a new registered contract is basically nil. So yeah, just seems very low risk to me.
Okay. I mean, that sounds like it's a go with conditions to get the deployed chain addresses in there.
Yep, I think so.
That makes sense.
Excellent. Super. The one other thing that I wanted to raise on this is that there's been quite a significant market correction over the past week or so. What's our final fees looking like?
Probably super low, but I think it's okay because you know, the $1,500 assessment was made on the basis of UMA at, I believe it was at $10 or $15. So as UMA drops, the final fee requirement also drops, right? Because like the value that you can get from a spam, the value you can get from votes drops. But yeah, we probably should assess it again.
Cool. So we're good for now, but continue monitoring.
I don't know. I mean, we could upgrade. We could like make a plan to update for next week. But I don't think it's super urgent because, like, you know, UMA has dropped in tandem with all of their final fee currencies.
Cool. Okay, super. Reynos?
To the argument, because that the DVM attack risk, like DDoSing it just for the sake of rewards, makes sense only in case if somebody is large UMA holders who otherwise would still be assumed to be well aligned with overall situation of the protocol, and the incentives would seem to be aligned anyways. So quite low likelihood that large holders would be interested in doing such kind of attack there. So as the UMA price is lowered, also the threshold at which we need to ensure these against these attacks is lower because the rewards earned in dollar terms for the UMA for the vote are also smaller.
Cool. Okay, it's like a case of just monitoring the market movements in that case. Excellent. Anything else, Sandy, you'd like to raise?
Nope.
Cool. I'll see you next week then. Bye.
Thanks, guys. Bye.